After the siege of Mandalore, Ahsoka would take Maul back to Coruscant and the events would play out similar to the TV show, but when she is alone with Rex, she would discuss Anakin. She would say things along the lines of knowing that he is in danger and in need of help, and Rex agrees with her, and they both not knowing what Anakin's become. The story would continue as it did in the show until they crash onto the planet and bury the dead. Rex would take Ahsoka to a place where she can steal a ship and she can help her master. Once she finds a ship, Ahsoka and Rex would part ways, and Ahsoka would locate Anakin's ship on Mustafar and set course for that planet. She would land on the planet and would find Padme on the floor unconscious and the two Jedi robes on the floor. After slowly walking up to Padme, she would hear the lightsabers clashing and she would run over to the control room and see that Anakin and Obi-Wan are having a very intense duel. Obi-Wan would notice Ahsoka but would be too busy dealing with Anakin, and once the Chosen One turns his head, he sees Ahsoka standing there with a shocked look on her face. The duel would stop for a moment and the two brothers would look towards Ahsoka, wondering what her next move would be. She questions the fight and what has happened, and Anakin would quickly respond to try and show her his point of view and everything that the Jedi has done. Obi-Wan would plead for her not to listen to Anakin, but she would be conflicted. Obi-Wan would continue to speak and let her know that they were both neglected by the Jedi, and Ahsoka would take one breath and follow her instincts to trust in her master's point of view. Obi-Wan would be shocked and speechless, but he would try to reason with Ahsoka, and she would end in the same argument as Obi-Wan and Anakin had ended their argument. Anakin and Obi-Wan would continue to fight, and he would be more heartbroken, and the fight wouldn't last as long as it did. Once Anakin and Obi-Wan got to a certain point, Ahsoka would join in to the fight, and despite Obi-Wan being the master of defense, he could not defend both of them. Obi-Wan would be backed up against an edge, and Anakin and Ahsoka would prepare to give the final strike. They would wind up their arms and plunge both sabers into his chest, and Anakin would force push Obi-Wan into the lava. Anakin would notice Palpatine's shuttle and would go to him alone. Anakin would have full confidence in his abilities and would drive his lightsaber right through the Sith Lord's heart. During this time, Ahsoka would help Padme up to her ship, and Anakin would soon join. He would take Padme to Coruscant and make sure she would be treated with the best medical care that they can offer. She would give birth, and instead of dying as foretold in Anakin's visions, she would live. Anakin would build up the strength of the Empire while also training Ahsoka and teaching her in the ways of the dark side. During this time, the Empire would become much stronger, and Ahsoka would personally train the Inquisitors to hunt down the remaining Jedi. After a few years, Ahsoka would see the flaws in the Empire herself and Anakin. She would go to Anakin about this and would say that they are losing themselves and the reason they fought against the Jedi. Anakin would consider this and create a new order of Force users that would concentrate on using all aspects of the Force. Anakin would fully train the Inquisitors and would fully complete Ahsoka's training. Anakin would also begin to train Luke and Leia in the arts of the light and the dark side. Thank you all for watching the video. I apologise for this being a very, very short what if. I'm just trying to catch up on some things, and it may mean that this what if and the next maybe 2, maybe 3 will be shorter, but yeah, hopefully they won't be. If you want to see a part 2 to this, then let me know down in the comments below, and I'll do everything I can to make sure that video will happen. If you enjoyed this video, then hit the like button and subscribe, turn on notifications to not miss another video. And with all that out of the way, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and may the Force be with you.